A Friday progress update. I went to the food bank. That was after me and my worker called about this bill to Hartford's healthcare because I got a bill. And apparently, my first question to ask them is like, why didn't the insurance cover the bill? And that was pretty much the good question to ask them was why didn't my insurance cover the bill? Apparently they ran my first. I mean, I have two insurances. I have Medicare and I have Husky. So they didn't run the Husky through, but they run the Medicare through, but they didn't run the Husky through. So they said that as soon as we told them I actually also had Husky, they were like, "Oh, that might actually work. That might actually be it," because they didn't think they had that. So I gave them my information, and hopefully they're gonna run it through, and they can bill Husky the leftover amount that they were gonna almost charge me to pay out of pocket, but they're gonna have Husky hopefully pay it. So hopefully I don't have to. Most likely, I'm not going to have to pay a bill. I mean, unless something goes wrong. But I saved myself about $50 to $60 because it would have been two bills worth about over $50 or $60. So I got the hiccups. But that was a really good thing. And then I went to the food bank and got a bunch of good things in my food bank bags too when I came home. The only thing I would have liked to see was more of like a cake, an already made cake. But I did get a muffin mix thing that makes like six chocolate chip muffins. So I thought that was kind of cool. I guess that counts for sweets. But I was hoping for something that was already made. I don't know. I'm not really much of a baker. I'm not really much of a baker, but. I mean, I am bi and stuff, but I was never really much of the baker type. I'm not like good with baking. I mean, I like baking with others. I like learning how to bake and make cakes and stuff with others. But by myself, I'm not really much of a baking person by myself type of guy. So, anyways, I did get some good stuff though. There was like a steak in there. There was some sausages. There was some hash browns. There was some KFC. There was a steak, like a big steak about this thick too. The steak was about this thick. So, and I kid you not, too, it was like a big old steak. I'm like, what am I gonna do? How on earth am I gonna cook that? The only thing I can really think is if I, put it in the oven and cook it kind of like a roast, because it was way too big to even think about, putting on my grill or anything, not my grill, but my stove, because it was way too big to really even think about cooking. So, but yeah, I got some good stuff. I was actually I just ate some chicken cutlets. Unfortunately, though, after I ate my two chicken cutlets, I don't know if it was like the mayonnaise or like the ketchup, but it probably was also about me being outside and just like the temperature changes where you walk in between walking from like my house, like from in my apartment to like the car and stuff. There's all these temperature changes out, with being outdoors, and my allergies were so bad, so my reflux started kicking up, and I started getting my chest congestion, so I actually ended up getting sick. And I was like, wait a minute, did I even take my reflux medications this morning? Which I did, but I mean, even with my reflux medications, I've been getting sick. But the good news is my worker basically also told me that he had a medication for me because my pharmacy got screwed up and actually sent a medication over to the office instead of sending it over to me. They sent it over to my mental health office, which just so happened to be this a medication that I'm going to be taking at nighttime for my reflux. I mean, I'm going to be taking a medication at nighttime and one in the morning for my reflux. So hopefully it'll be the more medication I take, the better it will make me not like get sick or feel really just gross. But I think the medication that was denied from the actual from my actual doctor, because it was a medication that was denied probably about a week or two ago. I got a notification from social services saying, the medication's denied. They won't pay for it because you didn't fill out the proper, request for things. It was for basically all it was for was basically to prescribe something that was going to be basically that you could get over the counter, but they wanted to see if they could prescribe it for me instead and have me take a prescription version of it instead of having to for me to always pay like $20 and stuff out of pocket just so I could get this this allergy Allegra stuff for my my allergies and stuff. So but I'm alright. I'm doing alright. I'm hanging in there, and I'm trying to do my best, and it's actually going good. I mean, I have no complaints. I'm not going to try to bring up anything today, because I really wanted to just enjoy my weekend, and I haven't been feeling totally right as far as, like, my mental health, but other than that, I'm trying to just chill, because I can't do anything about it right now. I gotta wait until, what is it? I gotta wait until Monday. Monday's the day I gotta wait until stuff for. I've been thinking to myself too. It's like, oh, I want to go do something this weekend, or I want to go do this and this and this. But then I realize I might have my mentor again. Next week. Next week I might have my mentor unless he meets with me on a Wednesday. I don't really have him until. I'm not really gonna have him until I'm gonna have him, but I'm not gonna have money until probably the week after, because I don't get paid until Friday. So, well, my biggest check comes in on Friday, and my biggest check is the one that holds the most value towards the most of my spending, and most of my free range cash actually is considered and kind of included in the bigger check amount that I get. The first check is just enough to cover 2 bills, and there's probably about like $10 to $15 left over. But normally, if there's not that $10 to $15, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. But I'm having a hard time explaining this and trying to think in my head to explain it. But I'm doing all right though. I'm doing all right. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I don't got any plans. I do got plans. I'm thinking about plans. Thinking of going to cash in these bottles, because I got a bag of bottles, like a half a bag of bottles I have sitting here. I'm just not walking to the bottle room in this heat. This heat is absolutely terrible with like my allergies and my breathing and stuff. I don't feel like I'm gonna get up and walk in this heat. But I am trying to get what I need together, and to do what I need to do, and try my best to make ends meet and get some stuff together. But I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I kind of just jumped on to say a couple things about how I feel like I've been making progress, and how I feel I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket, and how I feel like I actually got a milk in the house, so now I got a milk in case I run out of creamer, which I'm most likely going to do by the weekend. I also got a milk now, which could also be a little bit more helpful for creamer and stuff if you just add a little bit of milk and sugar to your coffee or your cappuccino. I mean, cappuccinos are flavored anyway, so they're French vanilla, but the coffee I get isn't really flavored. So it's just like a regular old brand of coffee. The cappuccinos are flavored, but still, I usually try to put a little bit of creamer or milk in those too. Obviously, because the coffee doesn't fill up the whole way in the cup. But I'm doing all right though. I just wanted to get online and say that things are going all right. Besides, I'm still trying to get myself to where I need to be to get my medical shot, which might take away some of my anxieties with, like, social dramas and stuff, but maybe not all of them, but it might take away some of them. Anyways, I'm doing all right though. I'm just chilling, and I don't know. I get mixed feelings about a lot of things. I see a lot of things, and I hear a lot of things, and there's a lot of things going on, and I feel like I got a lot of mixed feelings and stuff with with what I see and what happens between others and different people, but hey, you gotta live. It's life. You're not gonna agree with everything you see, and people are people.